Hey guys, David Patrick Green here, hackhollywood.com, hackhollywood.in, and please like, share, and subscribe, and click on the bell for notifications. And if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, suggestions, put them in the comment section below. So today I just wanted to share with you that there is a trend I'm starting to see that you need to be aware of, and you also need to be warned of, because there's a pretty good chance it's not really going to help you. And this trend is, all of a sudden, I'm starting to see, basically online, I'm seeing casting directors going online to share their secrets with actors, right? Which sounds like a great thing. Oh my gosh, these people go crazy if I show up at their office or if I call them on the phone or what have you. They don't respond to my emails, but they're being kind enough and generous enough to share information on the internet. Well, all these is a casting director workshop, which are illegal and immoral and unethical. This has actually been determined not by me, but by the Screen Actors Guild and also the Solicitor General, or the Attorney General of California or Los Angeles. And all these is casting director workshops on the internet, because I don't know why it took them so long to figure out that they can make way more money off actors who have no money if they do it on the internet rather than going in person. And the reason why it took them so long is because casting directors are notoriously slow to adopt technology, because, why would you adopt technology and make it, easier for people if you don't have to? So I also think that they didn't know how to market themselves, but now there are some smart people, mostly other actors, who are preying on their actor counterparts, who are promoting these casting director online workshops. And I don't know what they call them. They call, it's a Zoom meeting, it's a webinar, whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. But it's a casting director workshop online. So what I need to address is, okay, well, so what's the problem? Well, the problem is a casting director workshop, first of all, not, besides being illegal, immoral, and unethical, also don't work because they don't bring people in from them. They're not allowed to. In fact, they're supposed to be educational only. So in effect, they're telling you, I will not bring you in as a result of this casting director workshop. But at least they could bring you in, even if they decided to flout the rules, right? They could bring you in because they know you're in Los Angeles or wherever, New York, London, Toronto, Vancouver. They know you're located in the same place as the workshop because you're there in person, right? So that's pretty much on the money. Now, where, some of these casting directors would also travel from Los Angeles to London to do a casting director workshop, and I don't know how much they would charge for that, but that is the most preposterous thing in the history of mankind, because I can guarantee you right now, they will never fly you from London to Los Angeles if you're an unknown actor with no credits to do anything in their office like for a project in Los Angeles. Ain't gonna happen. The logistics of it, I'm just gonna spare you right now. But now think about it. They have people tuning in from all over, not only the United States, but all over the world. People who don't even speak English necessarily very well and wouldn't even qualify to be on a show. People with no training. Like, anybody could just sit in and listen to these people give their 2 cents worth of how they actually do their casting process, like it's going to help you, and it won't, because it's irrelevant how they do their casting process, because there's 500 of these casting directors in Los Angeles and London and Toronto and all over the place, and each one of them does it a little bit differently. So what are you going to do? Go to 500 of these workshops and take notes and go, well, this is how this person likes it and this is how that person likes it? So there's literally no chance you're ever going to get brought in for anything, because you can't even be brought in because you're thousands of miles away in many cases. Not only that, how is it that them telling you their process helps you, even if you wanted to copy the information? Because your job is not to please them by doing things the way they like it done. Your job is to show them who you are and what your acting abilities are. And it is actually their job to adapt to you, to make sure you do the best possible job for the producers, not for them. It's not for them. The auditions aren't for casting directors. The auditions are for producers who will then decide who's going to be in their movie. Okay, guys, so be very wary. And I know how tempting it is when you see the opportunity to, hear somebody that you think can help you get into the business. I know how tempting that is, but just let me assure you that this is a giant waste of time for you. I mean, unless you are so raw, you don't know anything about casting, and I was going to say this may be helpful in some possible way, but no, it isn't, because whatever they tell you, again, is completely specific to them. And you would never know, even if they gave you some generally helpful information, you wouldn't know which part is generally helpful and which part is just specific to them. So this is why these things are so dangerous and so they're almost the opposite of helpful. They will steer you in the wrong direction rather than by steering you in the right direction. The only way to be steered in the right direction is through, you can listen to somebody like me, because I'm telling you not to pay attention to what specific people tell you about how to do things specifically. Or you find out for yourself. And the way you find out for yourself is to actually come up with a plan, come up with a schedule, set deadlines for yourself, and go ahead and do stuff. And try it and find out what happens. Because I think all these people who are suddenly being helpful, and by the way, they're not really being helpful if they're charging you $50 or $20 or $30 or whatever they're charging you to do these things, right? They're not. They're doing something for money, and they're not even telling you what it is you're really getting out of it. I mean, at least with me, I know what you're getting out of it. I'm teaching you how to be an independent actor who takes control over their career and doesn't wait for somebody else, doesn't ask for permission from somebody else to do things. They do them, they find out what works, what doesn't work, they make adjustments, and they keep trying until they get the results they're looking for. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. Of course it was. It's freaking amazing advice. I just wish there was somebody else out there when I was starting out that taught this stuff. But there it is, guys. This is why I reach millions of people through social media, through YouTube, through my courses, because I'm telling you the gosh darn truth. So hopefully you take note and you behave accordingly. I will talk to you soon.